Welcome to Biz Coach and Coffee, where our guests are experts, entrepreneurs, coaches, and consultants that share tips, strategies, and tactics to help small business entrepreneurs grow their business for long-term success. Please welcome your host, Biz Coach Steve Feld.
Hello, I'm Biz Coach Steve Feld, and my goal is to stop business owners from suffering entrepreneurial depression and start making running their businesses much easier. Business owners and entrepreneurs hire me to crack multiple 6 and 7 figures without burning themselves out. And today we have another great guest for you with Hanna Girling. Now, Hanna, she's a Swedish forest farmer, entrepreneur, technologist, and a firm believer that together we can do better. She's the founder and CEO of BIMP Limited, an early stage data company that gives entrepreneurs and small business owners a data-driven analysis of their businesses to unlock profit and growth. Please welcome Hanna.
Hi, thank you so much for having me.
Well, first, I always have to ask this about all our guests, like, how did you get started doing what you do?
Yes, this is an interesting one because professionally I actually started out as a chemical engineer, but then through some transition I moved into the space of leadership coaching and team performance coaching, and I was working a lot with large corporates. And then I realized really the engine is in our society is more around the small businesses. But also reflecting on the corporates and all the resources and tools that they have available to them that is not necessarily there for the small business owners and the entrepreneurs. So I wanted to bridge that gap and really kind of create a tool that can help small business owners more easily see what is actually going on in their business and using data to sort of create that runway for them to grow, and specifically with focus on sort of profitability in that.
And you said you're working with small business owners, and it's amazing because working with small business owners for decades, they don't look at their data because they don't know what they're looking at, and they don't know how to interpret it. So when that happens, it's very common. As I see your head shaking, yes. Where do you start with them on that?
Yeah, and I think that is so important. So many small business owners, they might have started because it's a passion, it's a skill set that they have, and they do amazing things with their businesses. But therefore, they might leave out bigger and better opportunities to actually grow their business. So the starting point is to take that overview of the business and actually look at all the value streams in the business. And the value streams we define as all the parts that kind of you do need to pay attention to create a healthy business, because only when you have a healthy business can you then look to get it to grow and have more impact. So it's actually assessing all aspects of the business. But what we try to do is really to do all the kind of calculations and that sort of assessing behind the scenes, so the business owners can answer some questions around what's going on in the business, much like the work that you do as well. So I think that's kind of the approach that we've taken.
Exactly. And I know a lot of business owners have hopped what I call jumping the cubicle. They left their corporate jobs, became an entrepreneur, and they were always thinking, boy, I hated doing all those data analysis and the KPIs and all this and that. But they don't realize there's a purpose behind all of that.
Absolutely. And I think it's so important. And that's really what we're trying to do with this, is to simplify all those kind of numbers and complexities around the data to generate. So it doesn't become overwhelming or daunting, because the fact is, as a business owner, you do need to stay on top of this. So therefore, trying to find the ways where it becomes manageable to have that overview instead of kind of worrying and fearing the numbers.
Yeah, a lot of business owners, small business owners, well, they tell me all the time, well, I hate accounting. And meanwhile, they're spending 20 hours a week on accounting. It's like, well, stop that madness. Let's do the math real quick. I can do it in 2 seconds and show you you're killing your business by you doing accounting. Yeah. So now you're all software based, correct?
Yeah, exactly. So we've created a tool that's really helping businesses to sort of do this assessment, and also we're generating the data to sort of, so it becomes relevant depending on what stage of business you're at, because you know that as well. Kind of, if you've been in business for 10 years versus you're just starting out, different parameters are more or less important, and the same thing with industry. So we're trying to sort of take all of that into consideration as well. So that's kind of all in that tool, the software.
Oh, nice. Now, does it tie into like an accounting software so it's seamless? They could just put data in once and be done?
No, so this is uniquely developed to look at. So we've kind of defined the 4 value streams to be the business core, which is really looking at the products and the plans you have in your business. Because I think, especially for small business owners, it's really important that you focus on kind of delivering the kind of growth that is going to satisfy what you want from your business. So you might want to create a business with 50 employees, but you might also be happy just to be yourself and a couple of subcontractors. So I think the plans are actually quite important in relating all of this. Then, of course, the products, how profitable are they, serving the market in the right way? The next value stream is around your people and your systems. And I think this is one part that's often missed out. We talk about systems and how they're going to support the business. But like you said, are we actually assessing the people aspect, how much time we spend on things? So we take that into account as well. Then, of course, sales and marketing, and then also the kind of the numbers element and the financial aspect. So it sort of covers all those different areas and goes into sort of, not in a too deep way, but to get an understanding of that.
Oh, excellent. I know I have a tool on my computer to let me know at the end of the week, gives me that report, which I dread looking at, of what did I really work on my computer during the week. But it helps because it's looking at my calendar and matching up, did I actually do those things?
Exactly. And that's great, not only for understanding your results, connecting it to productivity and so on. Our tool is kind of looking at that more big picture, and that's why it's not yet, because it's not only about the finances, it's not linking to the accounting, and because it's not only about productivity. So at the moment, it's a standalone tool.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, and I always believe business owners, you've got to know your numbers. So if you can't measure it, you can't manage it, as Tom Peters said. And speaking to small business owners, they're just trying to get to the next sale a lot of times, but they don't realize they're spinning their wheels in mud because they don't have a strategic plan or systems in place to get the momentum forward.
Yeah, you couldn't hit the nail more too in regards to what we also kind of refer to with this, because increasing your sales, it doesn't necessarily equate to more profits.
Right.
And it doesn't really say anything about the productivity of your systems and people. So yes, you do need to sort of look at your numbers and have a picture of that first, and then you can see where you need to focus to actually achieve those goals that you're looking for.
Excellent. We're going to take a quick break and get a word from our sponsor. We're going to be right back with Hanna.
This episode is sponsored by Spotlight Books. Get your expert book completed in 30 days. If you don't have an expert lead magnet book about you and how you serve your market, then visit www.spotlight-books.com. Link is also in the show notes. Put a spotlight on your expertise.
And we're back with Hanna. We're talking about looking at the numbers, not just your financial numbers, but your productivity, your future, your employees, or hopefully have employees, to let them start really helping you grow your business, but many different aspects. So what is one kind of like tip or strategy that you hear from business owners that you encounter that they're saying, this is killing me and my business, and your software is helping them, well, solve that problem?
I think often it comes down to actually understanding the product profitability. So I think lots of business owners and entrepreneurs, they focus on the pricing and they focus on how to sell it and how much they can do, but they don't actually look at all aspects of the product profit picture. So of course you have your profit margin, but then you also need to look at actually how easy is this product to scale. And in addition to that, I think one element that's often missed out is the effort it takes to fulfill this product or service. So if you're looking to grow your business and then all of a sudden it puts a huge strain on your team, it may not be the best one to focus on, even if it has a good profit margin. So actually looking at the different aspects there, I think it's a good opportunity for business owners to uncover a little bit more of what's actually going on and where they can have their kind of opportunity for growth and in a profitable way.
Great. You just brought back a whole bunch of flashbacks from getting Six Sigma certified. So that's exactly, the things you look at. It's like, it's not just about, did we make a buck, but is this the right product? And are we delivering it the right way? Or let's look at everything about that one item on a microscopic basis.
Yeah, absolutely. And you mentioned Six Sigma. That's actually kind of my background as well. And I think it is so important that we kind of try to use that in a simplified way to actually understand elements a bit better.
Yeah, and for those of you who are wondering, what the heck is Six Sigma? I'd say Google it, and it's definitely a different process. It's a way of looking at things. There's other processes, total quality management, total quality systems, there's Kaizen, there's so many others, but it all falls around the same thing about productivity in many aspects, not just your financial numbers. But it does impact your bottom line like there's no tomorrow.
Absolutely. And I think the element around kind of putting a highlight on the people in your business, because in almost any business, the people is the largest expense. So if we don't look at the productivity here, and it's not just about completing tasks and effectively delivering outcomes, it's aligning people as well to what you're trying to achieve to really kind of drive those elements. And that's also something that we bring into this. So as much as it is about understanding the data and numbers, it's so much behind it that there's an opportunity to potentially look at as well.
Oh, excellent. And then as you were growing your business, I mean, what is like one challenge, failure, I'd say, that you had to have that you encountered in your business, and how'd you overcome
it? That's always a good question, and I've had lots and I still face lots of them. But I think one of the hurdles I experienced, and I think many others will recognize this as well, is around sales, and sort of really kind of, you just want to help people. Is this going to really kind of that transaction of the financial value? And I think what really shifted it for me was when I actually just started to see it as a value transaction. So looking to sort of hear more how this delivered value for people helped me overcome that barrier and sort of move away from seeing it as sales. So that's one example that I can think of sort of on the spot.
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah. So as many business owners, well, starting off, they're all thinking, well, I got to be a better price. Whereas the highly successful business owners thinking, I'm going to provide more value. And once they do, and they could be the highest. I mean, I just talked to a business owner. He goes, we're at the top of our market pricing wise. And he goes, I don't care. but we also provide the highest value in the industry. So there. And he was very hardcore about that stance. And he goes, we're growing double digits year over year. All of our competitors are not. So why would we play the price game? We will lose.
Exactly. And I love the way you talk about value in that way, because I think that is something that we as business owners should consider in more aspects of running our business. So consider all the kind of the stakeholders to the business. This includes our family members, our suppliers, the community, and how can we create value for them? And when we're creating value, how can we create more value? So starting to look at it in that way, I think will help everyone. And also that I think that will really positively impact the sort of environment around as well.
And this is where knowing your competition too really comes in key. So.
Yeah.
I hate to say it, even in one of my businesses, I knew all my competitors personally within a 10-mile radius of my retail store. And everyone thought I was nuts. And I'm like, are you kidding me? We share resources and we're competitors.
Yeah. No.
Well, our guests usually give some kind of cool gift to help our listeners grow their business, have a better life. What do you have to offer our listeners today?
So I'd like to offer an instant version of our assessment tool. So it's a self-driven assessment where your audience will get an instant report, a personalized report. So again, they will answer a number of questions about their business from all these 4 value streams. And then they will get an instant report highlighting what is kind of working and where are some opportunities to improve. So it's a good starting point to sort of look at your business. So they will have that. And it takes around 20 minutes to complete, but it will be a good return on those 20 to 30 minutes.
Great. And we're going to have the link to that in the show notes. So please take advantage of Hanna's offer. If it could help you in your business and streamline your ideas, your thoughts, your processes, increase your bottom line. Yes, I hear business owners always want to increase revenue, but it's the bottom line that really, really counts. So take advantage of Hanna's offer and try out that assessment. Great. Any parting gift or parting ideas, thoughts that you'd like to leave with everyone?
Well, the only thing I would say is that when you're looking to sort of achieve your goals and over the next 12 months, do consider the aspects of your products and also of your people, and not just focusing on those kind of sales and marketing efforts. And you will see there can be some big opportunities, both in regards to profits, to savings, to productivity. So yeah, that would be my last encouragement to everyone listening.
Oh, that's fantastic. I love it. Well, Hanna, thank you so much for being our guest and sharing your knowledge and talking about, how we can help business owners.
Yeah, no, thank you for having me, and thank you for putting this podcast out there to help so many other entrepreneurs and business owners. So you're creating so much value with it. So thank you, and to you as well.
Great, thank you. And folks, we'll have Hanna's contact information in the show notes, so you can also, if you need to reach out to her, please do. I'm sure she'd like that.
Absolutely.
And if you like this episode and our other guests, please make sure you like and subscribe to this channel so you can always be caught up on hearing more great experts helping you in your business. And hey, leave that positive review, because I'm sure Hanna's just like me. We like to get that little pat on our backs. Being an entrepreneur, it's very rare. So we will take advantage of it. Hanna, thanks again for being our guest. We had a great time together. And let's do this offline. Book a quick call and see how we could partner up and do something special to help each other grow our businesses as well.
Absolutely. Thanks for the opportunity. And definitely, yes, let's look into that.
Great. Well, thank you again, Hannah. And to everyone out there, this is Biz Coach Steve Feld wishing you and your business much success.
We hope you enjoyed today's topic. If you'd like to discuss how you can apply these strategies in your business, let us know. This episode is sponsored by Spotlight Books. Get your own expert book written about you in 30 days. Set yourself apart from the competition. Make sure you like and subscribe to this channel. Also, feel free to give us your comments. We look forward to hearing from you on Biz Coach and Coffee.